So hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to talk about the pin diagrams and some components of the Arduino. So now let's start with the USB, power USB. So this is the thing that is power USB. You can just connect it with your laptop and any 5-volt adapter, okay, uh, and to power on your Arduino, as well as this is used for uploading the code to the Arduino. And after this uh, the thing is that is power barrel. So this is a round jack, and you can supply power to your Arduino via this also. But one more thing, it supports a range from you can say greater than 5 volt up to 12 volt. Okay, so you can uh, supply in this range, and then your supplied current will be converted to 5 volt, and then uh, in this voltage regulator actually converts the higher voltage to the 5 volt for supplying to the main microcontroller. So this is the thing that is the 3 the voltage regulator. Okay, and then crystal oscillator. So this thing is called crystal oscillator. It is a required components. I will be attaching this description in the description box about these components, so that you can just store it and just revise whenever you wish. So this is called the crystal oscillator, and this crystal oscillator, what it does, it generates pulse and helps to run the microcontroller. Pulses are required. Yes, you can use internal pulse, but in case of Arduino, the external crystal oscillator is used. Okay, so and then it, the Arduino reset. Okay, Arduino reset. So for resetting the Arduino, there are two buttons. This the first one, and the another one is this pin. You can just add a button to this pin to reset your Arduino. Okay, to reset your Arduino. So this is also fifth, and what reset does, resets stops the execution of an instruction, and then again it starts from the initial point of this instruction. Then there are 3.3 and 5 and ground and V in pin. So you can see the 3.3 volt, 5 volt. So these are the voltage output from this Arduino board. Whenever you supply 9 volt, then it first gets converted to 5 volt and supplied to this, and also you can take 5 volt and supply it to a dedicated sensor, 5 volt, and a ground pin to connect to a sensor to make your work easy. That's why Arduino is heavily used, because it has some dedicated pins that makes easy for connecting some sensors and completing our task very fastly. And similarly 3.3 volt, some sensor also supports in 3.3 volt operating. So after that there's a V in pin. You can directly supply power from V in. Also you can supply in V in same as the barrel jack or the round jack. You can supply from the range greater than 5 volt and up to 12 volt, and then the Arduino will convert it to the 5 volt, supply here, and supply here, and then further convert into 3.3 volt and supply here. And after that it is point number 6. Okay, all this point number 6. And yes, there is one more ground here. Okay, after that analog pins. Yes, the main important work of the Arduino is taking input from the sensors and giving output to some actuators, you can call, or motors and LED lights and something that takes the signal and respond accordingly. So there are some analog pins for reading the analog values of the sensor. So I will be discussing it in very deep. So these pins are called analog pins. I'm just introducing the fact that this is analog pins, and it is the main microcontroller. This one, it is the main microcontroller. And then here comes the IEC SP. It is also called SPI bus. Actually, yeah, this bus is sometimes used to upload the code to Arduino, and when the Arduino is not having a bootloader. But in default, when we buy Arduino, it is already having a bootloader, so we don't have to upload using SPI bus. But and also it is all used in communication. For example, some sensor supports communication via SPI bus, so these pins are used. These are the ICSV pins. It has some actually 6 pin VCC, ground, master in, yeah, master in, slave out, master out, slave in, serial clock, and reset. So these are the pins. Okay, these are 9 number. And see, some LEDs are there, like power LEDs. Okay, power LEDs and TX RX LED. What TX RX LED does, it when a serial communication is established between the laptop and the microcontroller, and some data starts transferring, and it contains some signals, then it starts glowing. For example, if we upload a code from the laptop to Arduino, then what happen? These LEDs starts glowing. And also, not only the instruction or code, while transferring some data. For example, I am reading a value from a sensor, uh, and sending it to my laptop via serial ports, then also this LEDs will blink. Means this LED will blink whenever a serial communication starts. Yes, but it should be the default serial communication. If you start a serial communication from these two pins or these two pins, you can start from where you want, from these pins. Okay, so if you start from these pins, serial communication, these LEDs are not going to glow. It will be going to glow whenever there is a communication between your laptop and Arduino via mm, serial ports. And obviously this USB cable has 4 wires, in which one is RX and TX, and another two is VCC and ground. Okay, so, and the power LED indicators, and digital IO. Yes, digital IoT is also a very important part, plays a very important role. From pin 0 to 13, means there are 14 pins that can read digital input, and as well as they can write digital, or they can send digital output. Okay, what is the difference between digital and analog? I will be discussing in very deep and very detailed manner. And then it comes AREF, analog reference. So this, I will make you understand this, what is analog reference voltage, when I'll be talking about the analog input. So hope you have understand or have a basic knowledge about what the components are. And you can see some small components. These are the some resistors, some capacitors required to work the complete IC. And these holes are that actually it is a multi-level circuit. So when you see, you want to connect some wire from the upper layer to lower layer, you just drill a hole from the upper side to the lower side and connect both of them. So hope you have understood the thing. Thanks for watching.